Morning, everybody. Well, I've done some practicing with this saw and the router table that I put together. I've decided I'm going to cut this pickguard on this saw, and then I'm going to use the router table to bevel it, I hope. But I'm going to give this a shot here, and hopefully I don't screw it up. I found out that tube that I thought was vacuum, that tube was pinched inside the cover of this thing when I got it. And I'm one of those guys that just disregards the instructions, but I found out it needed to be cut to length and attached. There's a compressor up here that actually blows air out here to keep the sawdust out instead of me blowing on it all the time. And I normally would have this vacuum cleaner hooked up down here to suck this sawdust, and believe me, this plastic sticks to everything. Your clothes, your skin, your cat, everything. But I'm not going to hook it up because of the noise. But here, I'm going to pause for a minute and get my apron on. Alright, y'all. I don't remember what I was saying, but I'm going to try to cut this pickguard. When I bought this saw, I bought a this saw, I think I told you it was $150, but it was $100, and I paid $14 for the foot switch. So I think it was well worth it. I mean, you know, this foot switch works with anything I have, so I've used it with my router also. Nice little handy gadget. But here, let's give this a shot. I don't think you have to cover your ears. This thing is not that loud, but let me get going here. Oops, got it off the guard. Outside this line, and I'll have to do some sanding. I might have should have took that plastic cover off maybe. Trying to get used to this blade I've got in here. I don't have to move I don't have to rotate the pickguard. This blade has edges on all sides. Gotta go really slow. This little deal here is not working very well for some reason. Here, I'm going to pause this for a second. I'm going to try to adjust this little nozzle here. Let's see what that does. These saws are pretty safe. I mean, if you get cut with one of these, it's not going to cut a finger off. You'll need a Band-Aid. Just be careful. Using these foot switches, if you're doing any blade changing or anything, make sure you unplug it so you don't step on that foot switch. Alright, let's get back to it here. And it seems to be doing a fairly good job. It's going to need some filing and sanding, but that's to be expected. Try to get used to not rotating the pit guard with this type of blade on here. You don't have to do that. Can't get situated here. Critical point right here. Alright, 7 meters for me. Right here on this point, I don't want to screw this up. Watch what I'm doing here. Alright, hang on a minute. I got a little confused there for a second because I'd drawn this originally from this end and I started going out that way, but I think I've got it under control now. I think still needs to be adjusted a little bit, I believe. I'm only way to do that. It's not quite doing what I want it to do. It's worse. Don't have much air. Alright, what do y'all think? I'll get these two spots cut out. I'll have to drill a hole here, disconnect that blade and drop that blade through there. Yeah, it's going to need some sanding and stuff, but to be expected. Beveling this thing, I'm going to do some more testing with that router, but I'm not real confident with that. I may end up doing this by hand. Figure out a way to keep a 45-degree bevel on it consistent with a file, but we'll see what happens. That's all. I won't keep you watch me do all of this. I'll get back with you when I get it done. Take care, y'all.